Mahomes and Rice are in mid-season form, in elite form. And Mahomes going 8 for 13, gunslinging again, 1 for 1 the week prior, throwing touchdown, passing touchdown. This team is throwing the ball. Andy Reid said it. Mahomes has said it. We're going to throw the ball downfield. Mahomes lifted, got rid of the dad bod. Kelsey dropped 20 LBs. They're taking the L very, very hard because no team has ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row, and this team dropped the ball. And Mahomes is taking it very seriously. Rashee Rice is taking it very seriously. Rashee Rice is in top 5 wide receiver per start form. Does he get suspended? Yeah, probably, but not. It's still, we don't even know what it is. It could be 2 games. It could be 1 game. It could be 6 games. It's not going to be 10. That was a false report like we predicted. We sniffed that out from a mile away. It was 8 games suggested by the NFL. The NFLPA shook their finger and said, no. That's cute. That's really cute, Roger. That's really cute. The CBA calls for no more than 6 games, which means first-time offender, no proven alcohol to be involved. We're not even going to accept the maximum of 6 games. So this could be 4. This could be 2 to 4. We don't even know where it's going to land. But Rice is a top 5 wide receiver per start. You can see it. It's written all over him. He's a league winner. Even if he misses 2 to 3 games at his cost of entry round 5, in some cases a little later, but round 5 to 6, people are worried about the 10 games still. He might be inching closer to 6 in your grandma league. Mahomes in round 5 to 7 in non-best ball. He's still in round 7 in best ball. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not after people see him. Okay, I know it's the preseason, Smitty, and we know that. There's stuff that you kind of look at and you're like, okay, that's preseason. And other stuff you just say, this is damn confirmation. That's kind of the tough part about this business, deciphering through the noise. And yes, sometimes like a 40 time shouldn't change your mind. It should not. But a 40 time can sometimes elevate what you're already thinking. And while a preseason game, good or bad, you could say, Smitty, you make fun of this or you talk about this. Good or bad, it can tell a story if your gut's screaming the parallel of that outcome. Mahomes is thrown for 40 touchdowns in 2025. You can be on board, not on board. I really don't care. The Fantasy Football Show. The Fantasy Football Show. Monday through Friday. Monday, 7-day-a-week midnight graveyard show begins right now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Chiefs season. Mahomes is scoring 45 plus touchdowns. Let them cook.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
So let me just say this right now. Put it out there. We'll take phone calls, answer super chats here in the order in which they're received. I think I got 2 of them right here already. We got a $9.99 from Joseph. Joseph, I appreciate you dropping that. We got what is he gonna? Simi Valley, right? Simi Valley dropping the super chat. I always call him Sim, but I'll call you Simi Valley. Denny, come back, my friend, says Simi. He wants Simi Valley. Sorry, Simi Valley. I've never been to Simi Valley, so forgive me. It's kind of like when people call Tucson, Arizona, Tucson. Simi Valley. Thank you very much, and I hope Denny does come back. He probably won't call tonight. It's a little past his bedtime. And then this one right here. I got to take an L this weekend in auto draft in a grandma league on Sleeper. Wifey made last minute plans. Any advice on auto draft? I got to tread lightly here because I don't want to come off as a man. Don't let your wife see this either. But how can you not draft on your phone? You're up 15 times? At 15 moments you'll be bothered. I mean, you'll be looking at it, but 15 moments you just click. Okay. I don't know how. I don't know about you, but no one's telling me when I can't draft. You know, wifey made last minute plans. Bro, you had plans before wifey had plans. I mean, Joe, I'm not accepting this. I'm just not accepting this at all.
You just take a big laugh.
Okay, Joe, I still appreciate you though, but I don't know. I don't want to get you in trouble. Don't go causing a fight on my behalf. All right, but yeah, if I got a draft and someone makes plans, that ain't my problem, Joe. That ain't my problem at all. Enjoy. But I also live a different life than you guys. I literally walk out of dinner and go live. No one can plan a vacation around, they have to plan around football. So like I live a different world where it's accepted. But I don't know what that world feels like, to be honest. So maybe I'm off base. Maybe I'm really off base and a lot of people live this way, but I don't know. Joe, I don't mean to rile you up. Don't go getting in a fight over that. Mahomes is 143 and a touchdown in very, very small usage. It's happening. The rebound of Mahomes is happening, whether you negative Noahs want to agree with it or not. I don't care. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. QB1, QB8, QB3, 4, 1. He's been a number 4 or better QB more than he has not. He has only lived outside the top 4 fantasy quarterbacks 3 times. Yes, 2 years in a row. But I tell people, this 8-year, number 8, that was the same thing as this number 7. It happens. Tom Brady, it happens. Quarterbacks have a bad year. This number 3 rebound was likely 2024 Rashee Rice season rebound, top 5 at least. And the injury struck the entire room. And then they had to just kind of make do, and they did. Like, to Mahomes and Reed's credit, they won. They got to the Super Bowl. They almost won 3 Super Bowls in a row. And whenever people say the Chiefs choked on it, whatever, they didn't really. Imagine Jamar Chase going down. That's what Rashee Rice going down means to the Chiefs. And they still did it. Imagine if JJ went down. Or if you wanted to say, imagine Nico goes down. What does Houston do without Nico? The fact that the Chiefs were able to manipulate the way that teams played against them and drag games out and win is ultra impressive. And people judging anything about what happened last year when they lost their number 1 weapon is laughable to me. Rashee Rice, maybe he gets a suspension. Maybe he doesn't even get 1 game. And before you go, oh, he's getting a suspension. No one cares. Say what you want. You're speculating from your couch. And you can say, well, Smitty, aren't you speculating from your chair? Yeah, but this is what I do. I'm allowed to speculate. You can speculate all you want. No one's going to take it seriously. We don't know if this is going to be a 1, a 0, a 3, a 4, or a 6-game suspension. It's not going to be 8 because 8 falls outside of the CBA maximum of 6. 8 was recommended. That was laughable by the NFLPA. They said, see you at the hearing, young man, to Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell's also taken an L recently, trying to ban the brotherly shove. That didn't work out. You think he wants to go to a hearing and get worked over and dunked on? So this probably is a 4-game offering by the NFL, and then we have to see if NFLPA and Rice's camp say, yeah, let's take it. Or do they say something along the lines of, you know what? First-time offender. The kid's not been in trouble yet. No proven alcohol was to be involved. No matter what you speculate about him running off the freeway, we all speculate something, right? But it doesn't matter. That's not what you're proving. That's not what you... So we'll see what happens. But Rice is probably winning leagues. And Mahomes is going to be at the forefront of all of it. Mahomes winning leagues in 7 territory on Underdog, 5 to 6 territory in non-best ball. Mahomes is going to go absolutely ballistic this year. 40 passing touchdowns, or at least 40 total touchdowns, however you want to look at that. And then Rashee Rice getting probably, if I had to guess Rashee Rice's stat line, I'd probably say he's getting something along the lines of 110 pace. This is his pace, okay? So let me write pace right here, because some of you are going to freak out. Let's write it right here. His pace is going to be this number, 110, 1350, and then we'll call it 13 touchdowns. That will be his pace, bare minimum, in my opinion. 1350, 13 TDs, 110. And then you just start subtracting from there. If you think 3 games get knocked off, then does he still receive over 1,300 yards? Let's calculate it, actually. So 1,350 divided by 17 is 79.4 yards per game. Let's say instead of 17, we take off 16, 15, 14. Let's say he misses 3 games. Okay, let's say he misses 3 games. So we'll multiply this by 15 or 14. That is 1,111 yards. So even if we say 4 games, right? 79 times 13 games is 1027. So even if he misses 4 games, that's 1027. Okay, and then we take his 13 touchdowns and divide that by 17, and then multiply that by, what did we say? 13? So that's 9.9. So 10 touchdowns, 10 TDs, 9.9, 10 TDs, and 1,000 yards. I'm missing 4 games. He gets you 10 touchdowns and 1,000, almost 1,000 even. League winner. On 4 games, league winner. Kelsey looked good, grabbing the 2 footballs. I believe that was accumulated roughly like, what was it? Let me go look at the line real quickly for Kelsey. He looked fine. He looked really agile out there, to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited about all the Kelsey shares. 2 for 32. Rome Odunze, 3, 45 and 1. Caleb was spotty, then turned it around. 11 of 15 and a touchdown, 1 to Rome Odunze. That was the touchdown to Odunze. But he did look spotty at first, but then he came around. But Bagent outplayed him again. You could say, okay, Smitty, but he played longer, and he had probably facing more threes, but he looked unbelievable. Bagent is the better quarterback, and it's not close. And you can say whatever you want again. None of that bothers me. You know, the reason I have this platform is so I can say, you know, give you my opinion. And I take other people's opinions into account, and I love having an open phone line and dialogue, and people super chat their opinions, and we're not always going to agree. But Bagent is very much the system quarterback, and he's a baller. He's just got a baller mentality. Humble kid, good leader, the kind of personality that the team will rally around. And Bagent once rose up. If you're saying, Smitty, this is crazy that you're saying that Bagent's the better quarterback, but you aren't remembering that Bagent at one point was going to be the guy, and then he got hurt right away, and we never really knew. And then he got given up on really quickly. Bagent just signed yesterday, or 2 days ago now, a $10 million 2-year extension right after his preseason week 2 game, where he goes out there and outperforms Caleb in week 2 of the preseason. He outperformed Caleb. Doesn't matter. You can say what you want about the 3s versus the 2s versus the whatever. Caleb was going against 2s and 3s. And yeah, Bagent might have gone up against more 3s than Caleb. But it doesn't matter because Bagent looked more fluid, more efficient. I like Bagent a lot. I like him a lot. Ron Navy actually dropped a prediction last year that Bagent would start more games. I think he ran it back again, and it's on the bold prediction board. Anybody that drops a $50 prediction, you $50 super chat. Right in there, this is my $50 prediction, Smitty. We put it on the board. The winner gets to be on the phone line and kind of co-host a show for an entire show next year. Bagent is the better quarterback. Sorry, don't like it. I don't know. What am I going to do about that? What's the matter to me? You know, like I appreciate the take. I appreciate anybody that doesn't agree with me. But Bagent is the better quarterback. Bagent's the better mentality. Bagent's got the better leadership skills. This guy's demeanor is all over the place, laying on the floor, laying on the bench. They've talked to him twice now and said, bro, you've got to stop doing what you're doing. You can't lay on the floor after you get sacked and make snow angels. You can't go on the bench and lay down on your side. You can't get in the stands and crawl in mama's lap. You can't do any of those things. You are a leader. You are supposed to lead these men into battle. And Bagent has those leadership capabilities, and he's a humble dude. And he just got a 2-year, $10 million extension that has incentives of $6 million. And he just, okay, it'd be one thing. Smitty, you're reaching here, Smitty. You're totally reaching here. Talking about Bagent, and everybody needs a backup. They just extended him 2 days ago. He goes out there, outperforms Caleb regardless of the circumstances. I watched it with my own eyes. You determine what you want to determine. I'll determine what I want to determine. In my opinion, he got outperformed, Caleb, by Bagent last week. 2 days ago, he was given an extension. Right after their game, an extension, 2 years, $10 million, $6 million in incentives, and he fits the system. He's a system quarterback with some wiggle and attitude and an ability to go win a game. Now, some of you might be saying, why are you saying all this? Well, first of all, for those that don't know, let me put this on screen here. I'll move Caleb over here. Bagent won this game tonight on a 2-second left touchdown toss. Beautiful ball. Placement was great. You can argue about backups and levels of backups all you want. The ball was fantastically delivered. And you know what we got to give Ben Johnson credit for? Ben is a genius. Ben Johnson might just save the Bears. Ben Johnson's so smart. He's like NASA. He has a backup plan for his backup plan. And for him to sign Bagent to a $10 million, 2-year, $6 million additional, $16 million deal, $6 million in incentives, he knows that this could fail. He's so smart that he got his potential plan B, which is not a level down. I'm telling you, Bagent's better than Caleb. At some point, we will be in here, whether it's through an ironic injury, and we're going to see if Caleb needs more time to heal. We're going to sit him out for another week or two. Mark my words. We're going to sit him out for another week or two just to make sure he's healthy and run Bagent out there for 2 more games. Regardless of why it happens, it'll happen. Bagent will go in, Bagent will succeed, and Bagent will stay. And Caleb, as I've predicted, will not be the quarterback everybody wanted. Will he be out of the league? Not necessarily. He might move around. Jimmy Garoppolo is horrible, and he's played for years. Baker was bad, and he got revived. Maybe Caleb goes to a coach that knows Caleb's style of play better. You know, maybe he lands with Steichen or Dable or something like that somewhere else, and Dable gets fired or whatever. Who knows? And he gets revived. Maybe Kingsbury ends up moving on, becomes a head coach somewhere, and orchestrates a trade for Caleb, who is like his second son. Kingsbury coached Caleb at USC. His last season at USC, he was his quarterback coach, and then he went straight over. Caleb went into the NFL. Kingsbury immediately left because Caleb left, because that's like his son practically, and he went to Washington. Although he interviewed for the Bears, and the worst GM in football, Ryan Poles, said, no, we're not going to bring in his favorite person, Kingsbury, to be the OC. Not even the head coach. Kingsbury just wanted to be the OC of the Chicago Bears. And Ryan Poles said, Eberflus, you stay head coach because you're so damn good. And we'll bring in Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron. Wow, Ryan Poles. You passed up on Kingsbury. Look what he's doing with JD5 right now. You passed on Kingsbury. What a bad decision maker. You passed on JD5. Then you passed on Kingsbury. And you went with Caleb. And you went with Shane Waldron. And you went with Eberflus because you kept him in the job. Am I not telling the truth here? Who here is not following? How am I not speaking any facts right now at all? Does anybody want to tell me I'm wrong? And the phone line is not open except for someone that wants to call up and tell me I'm wrong. I'll be glad to hear your story. Caleb Williams maybe doesn't fail out of the league. Maybe he doesn't fail the league right away. Maybe he doesn't fail the league at all, and he's kind of Jimmy Garoppolo's around, you know, or did what Baker did until he finds a home and somehow matures or becomes, you know, something different in terms of his skill set or whatever. But this is Ben Johnson, and the reason Ben Johnson's amazing, he took a job with a quarterback that doesn't fit into his system. Why in the hell would he go try and coach Caleb Williams? I have no idea. It was not a smart decision. But he's so smart, he recognizes that, and he acts upon the second preseason game and extends the backup quarterback to the tune of $16 million on a 2-year deal. If incentives are struck, $10 million if not. That is still a lot of money. That is still awkward and weird timing. Ben Johnson has a plan, and I think the Bears might be okay, because if Caleb fails, and I think he probably will, whether it be through injury, and ironically, let's put Bagent in and Bagent blows up, Bagent might be the guy. Bagent is the guy. Caleb had a bad offensive line. No, he didn't, Aaron. That's not actually factual. Unfortunately, he didn't have a bad offensive line. Caleb made the offensive line bad. The offensive line was projected to be a top 12 offensive line walking into last season. His offensive line was responsible for very little of the sacks that Caleb endured because the offensive line... Oh, Aaron's kidding. Okay. Well, I can't... I'm in a rant. Someone says something. I'm going to take it like you're serious. Caleb Williams ruined that team. This was supposed to be the best a rookie QB's ever been set up. And Caleb Williams held onto the ball so long, his offensive line was off the hook for a majority of the sacks that he took. He was the most sacked quarterback in the National Football League last year. He was also the most inaccurate quarterback when his wide receivers were statistically deemed to be wide open. He didn't even finish inside the top 32 QBs in the National Football League. Wasn't even a starter. There were backups that finished better than him in terms of hitting wide open wide receivers who were deemed to be statistically wide open. He was not even 32 in the National Football League. Bagent is better. Plain and simple. Mahomes going to the moon. Stock is up.
Stock on the rise.
You've just been Smitty.
Rashee Rice. Stock on the rise.
Stock on the rise.
Pacheco even had a little bit of a little resurgence, just a little sprinkle of what might be to come. I like this. I'm excited about what he brings to the table. Let's see if we got Pacheco's numbers here. Pacheco, 21 yards, 3 carries, 7 yards a pop, 1 TD. That's what you like to see. I mean, you don't need to see much more, just that he's strong. He's got drive and determination. He's healthy. Now, this becomes a really crafty cuffing situation. Still very, very excited about Rashee Smith. Very excited about Rashee Smith. But he is a cuff right now. He is a midseason monster. He is hiding on the midseason monster list because he's not guaranteed an entry point, a time of entry point, or even a guaranteed entry point at all into a fantasy football lineup. It's just him being so explosive, so good, and Pacheco being so aggressive and abusive to his own body and just being injury prone in general, on top of being aggressive and likely leading to some sort of banged up injury or lingering type of situation. And Rashee Smith's already running with the ones as a wide receiver. I didn't misspeak. He's running with the ones, or he was in camp as a wide receiver. And I mean, they're going to use him all over the field. And you got to think that if Rice does get suspended for the first, let's say, 4 games, and that's still very up in the air. As of this moment, there's a hearing set for after week 4, meaning Rice is scheduled to play weeks 1 through 4, then hit his hearing in week 5. Maybe it takes a week or 2 for a decision and he plays another couple games. It's possible, but we're most likely looking at a 4 to 6 game suspension, and probably no more than 6, and probably not 6 because he's a first-time offender with no proven alcohol to be involved. So my guess is 5 or 4. And if it was 5, and let's say he didn't play week 4, or he played weeks 1 through 4, then played week 5 because they're waiting, right? And then so 5, then 6, 7, I think bye week in there. And then so 8, 9, 10, probably week 10 or 11, 12 at the most, he come back. So this whole notion that he misses the playoffs, but that's if a worst case scenario happens. If it's a best case scenario, he gets suspended at the beginning of the year because the NFL and Rice camp and NFLPA come to an agreement, because none of them want to go to the hearing. It's embarrassing. It drags out resources. It's costly. Spotlights on it. The NFL doesn't want a spotlight. They want to have a quiet victory under the table, goes away real quickly, and maybe people complain that it's not 6 games, but Goodell is going to give them, let's say, 4, an offer of 4, and if the NFLPA and Rice's camp agree, then that 4 games immediately get served. You don't say, oh, we'll take the 4 games and we're still going to serve it in week 5. No, as soon as the agreement happens and the hearing becomes, canceled, this is a weeks 1 through 4 affair. Now, I want Rice to be suspended later. I don't want Rice to be suspended in week 1. I disagree with every single analyst and person on this planet that says it's better for the Chiefs to go in limping instead of getting on fire, going 4-0, 3-1, having Rice step out, and it's almost like a little water break. And when he comes in, he's firing on all cylinders. He was, and he's going to. There's no rust. There's no trying to build rapport. It's stepping out. If you got LeBron James that needs to miss 8 minutes of a game, you don't have him miss the first 8 minutes of the game, then have him come in minute 9. He's going to start missing all of his shots. The team won't know what to do with them. It'll be a garbage amount of play for like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes straight. You want LeBron to play the game, get out to a lead, step out, take a little breather, come back in, and be on fire. It's that simple. It really is. I don't understand how people are thinking. And then they say something like, oh, you don't want him to miss the playoffs. No one's missing the playoffs. It's a 6-game worst case scenario. If he plays weeks 1 through 4, the hearing's week 5, and they take a week and he plays week 5, and then they give him a 6, 7, 8, 9 games, week 9, and then there's a bye week in there, so 10. Week 10, you're talking about in the most likely scenario, there's still 4 games, he's back in week 10. He's not coming back in week 14, 15, 16, 17. Everybody's worried about the playoffs. That is so far away. Week 10, maybe week 11, he's back. That's week 11, week 12, week 13, week 14. Then you have 15, 16, 17. What are we talking about? When people say we don't want him out for the fantasy playoffs, he's not missing the fantasy playoffs. Mahomes to the moon. Mahomes to the mother flipping moon. Do it live. Mahomie, do your worst.
It's Chiefs season. Mahomes is scoring 45 plus touchdowns. Let them cook.
Where's my Worthy video? I probably have that here somewhere. Oh well. Worthy was kind of quiet tonight, a little bit at least, and that's okay. But Rice is the guy. You got to ask yourself, when Rice scores a touchdown, when Rice is looking magnificent whenever he's on the field, when Mahomes is peppering him with targets, I think we got to admit that, look, I love Worthy. Worthy's a good value, but Rice still might be better, even drafting them at the same, let's say, 4.10 value. Or let's say Worthy fell to 5.5, and you got to pick one of them. I still think with the missed time, especially with me projecting it to be lesser than the normal population, and I could be wrong on this. I can't control this. This is just educated guessing that's very logical. Very logical. I would say I feel like even if he misses 3 games, he's still better than Worthy because you're supplementing, right? If he's playing like a top 5 wide receiver for the entirety of the season minus, let's call it 4 games, 3 games, 4 games, then you're putting someone in there. So it doesn't matter, right? You're plugging someone in. You're getting points. It's not like you're taking an L. Okay, he plays 17, no? 16, 15, 14. Let's say he plays 14, 13 games. You're not missing those games. So adding whoever you put in there with the 14 games that he plays is going to equal probably maybe 1 wide receiver spot below top 5, maybe 7. Maybe he's wide receiver 7 with the 3 or 4 supplemental starts from someone else added to his point total. You have wide receiver 7 with those 17 plays. Rice is probably the best value right now at wide receiver in the 5 to 6 round territory because he is a discount and he's firmly discounted enough to make this make sense. Yeah, so do it live. Let's take some phone calls. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
And real quickly, I didn't really finish the story. This guy threw 3 TDs, 212 yards, 20 of 28, looked remarkable, looked like a leader, and he threw a touchdown pass with 2 seconds left to win the game. The crowd went wild. It's on my Instagram. Go check it out and watch it, comment, let me know what you think. It's on my Instagram right now. Watch it later at least, but Bagent looked really good. He looks like, when I say Caleb doesn't have what it takes to be a top 5 to 10, NFL quarterback, we'll call it even like, let's say he's borderline 10, 12, 14. He could be that under the right coaching. I think even in Ben Johnson's offense, he could be top 12 to 15 quarterback material because Ben Johnson's so good. Like when you saw Caleb throw a touchdown tonight, that's what Ben Johnson's offense and scheming can do. It can architect a efficient QB pretty much out of anybody that's an NFL caliber starter, NFL caliber. Like you can't just throw the third string in there, but you have an NFL caliber player, and Caleb has an NFL arm, no doubt about it. You could say Caleb's got maybe even better than a top 10-ish arm in the league. Doesn't mean he's good and controlled with it. Doesn't mean he makes good decisions with his head, and then he's got to implement it with his arm. Like those things like Jeff George had one of the best arms, ever in the game, and he didn't make him an elite top 5 QB year after year after year or anything. So Ben Johnson, just when I watch Tyson Bagent, I see a leader. I see the things that people want to see in Caleb. When I watch Caleb play, I feel like, what's the best way to describe this? And this goes to show that, and I think Trey Lance could have been good. I'll die on that hill. I can't prove it. Obviously he played horribly and he got hurt and he couldn't stay healthy. But the retrospective feeling you had about Trey Lance retrospectively, like, oh God, that didn't work out. That's the feeling I get now when I watch Caleb Williams. I watch Caleb Williams and I feel that situation now. And it's not Trey Lance's fault. Trey Lance looked really good as a rookie, and then Shanahan pulled him out of the lineup and put Jimmy in, and that devastated him. That ruined his confidence. It knocked everything off kilter. Then he got injured. Shanahan's running him up the gut like a running back. He got injured, and then he just didn't recover. But now Trey Lance looks amazing in LAC. You could say preseason, whatever, but Trey Lance looks fixed. You tell me. Shanahan broke Trey Lance. And maybe he got put back together. Maybe he got fixed. But I look at Caleb, and I see Trey Lance's trajectory. What we just saw in San Francisco, Trey Lance, I see that with Caleb. When I look at Bagent, I see a player. I'm not saying he's a top 5 QB or anything. I just see a player that fits Ben Johnson's system, and he's Goff. Bagent becomes Goff. That's his Goff. And he's so mobile and crafty. It's kind of like he reminds me in some ways of Bo Nix in the way Bo Nix plays. I like this guy's drive. I like his determination. I love his attitude. I love everything about Bagent. Humble kid. Say he came from no money whatsoever. The guy was, and this is, he was sensitive about it and cried about it. And I don't think it's bad at all. It's not like he's crying on the field and curling up at a ball. He was emotional, and I respect the kid. He's so humble. He's like, my family didn't come from money. He's very emotional when he signed his $16 million, $10 million deal with $6 million incentives. He was very, very emotional, and he's like, this can help a lot of people. He's thinking about himself, or not thinking about himself. He's thinking about his family. The $10 million he just got is going to his family. He didn't say, oh, I can buy a fancy car and a big house. He said, I can't, this is amazing how much this $10 million is going to help my family and the people I love. He's going to take care of all of them. This is the kind of guy that's going to take care of everybody with that $10 million and probably spend very little on himself. This is a leader. I love what I'm seeing out of Bagent, and I love that Ben Johnson was so smart to get this deal inked and to make Bagent feel validated, to put the fan base on alert that, hey, if this goes awry, you start cheering this Bagent kid on. Don't go against me on this. If this goes awry, you know that I know that you know that this kid could potentially do it. And it won't be long. Caleb, look, the Bears fans, my Bears fans out there, you know I love you. I don't love your team or your organization, especially your GM, but you know I care for you, and you don't deserve this. And if you're sitting there watching Caleb fall apart, let's say, or not do what he's supposed to do, I believe that the fan base is going to look to Bagent quickly. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Ben Johnson can keep Caleb in that 10 to 12 producing range. And if he stays healthy, he's not going to, he might not pull the plug this year. But, man, I think Bagent looked fantastic. Just fantastic. Let me hit these super chats real quick, callers. Mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. $20 hauler from Worldwide West. This is a different West, by the way. Just finished my 8-man draft. 2 flex, 1 QB PPR. Lamb, Genty, Josh Allen, Kyron. Lamb, Genty, Josh Allen. Woo! Kyron, wow. 8-man. Oh, 8-man. It's still good, though. I still love it. Kyron, MHA. You didn't miss. It's an 8-man, but you did not miss. MHA, Harvey, Rice, Hunter, Ingram. Maybe I need to play in an 8-man. Debo, Agbuka. This has got to be a confidence builder. Charbonnet, JCM, and Blue. What a team. What a team. Waivers are Benson, Tootin. I bet they are on waivers in an 8-man. Rodriguez, Marks, any changes? Probably not, bro. No. Monitor Benson, monitor Tootin, monitor Tank Bigsby. I guess I could swap out. I mean, Blue looked good tonight. He did hurt his ankle, but they said it's nothing serious. He looked good. At some point, he's going to be electric. I don't know. I'd be on the fence about Blue versus Tank Bigsby versus, Benson's upside. He's an 8-man. Benson's upside's crazy. So look to drop your kicker, maybe. Huh?
Would you worry that much about dropping Blue in an 8-man?
No,
unless their benches are huge.
No, but with these options, they're all so close. Like, how do you decide? Benson's, a league winner, but he's got Connor in front of him right now. Blue is a little bit more able to grab that job. It's really kind of right in front of him. It's just like Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Everyone's like, oh, they love Brian Robinson Jr. They wouldn't do that to him. And then it was like all of a sudden we just heard something different and everything shifted. So Blue could do that without an injury, take the job. Whereas I think Benson can't take the job without injury, but he can take some of it, look good, and, it just kind of linger all year. But I love Benson. The moment if Connor goes down, he's very injury prone. He just didn't get hurt last year. If Connor went down, Benson would be the best pickup of the year. So you're in a bind. But if Javonte went down or they just gave Blue the starter, Blue would become the best pickup of the year. And the only person that I feel like is cemented in starter value, maybe, would be Tank Bigsby. But he's still potentially sharing with ETN, and we don't know the pecking order there, to be honest. So you're kind of in just a flux. I just kind of monitor it. I drop my kicker and hold Tank Bigsby for now, or Benson. I don't know which one. Chat, vote on that one. Who do you rank them? Blue, Benson, Tootin, Tank, Dylan Sampson. Rank those for Worldwide West so he can have that. Thank you, Worldwide. I'm just going to call you Worldwide so there's no confusion. I appreciate you, my boy. This one right here, 14 team. Oh, that was a $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Thank you very much for that super chat. 14-man full PPR draft strategy to consider. Balance. If you can come out in a 14 team, come out with a running back, wide receiver, running back. If best player available allows it, do not draft a position. I'm just saying, if all things are equal, that gives you the most flexibility to hit the number 3 pick of yours out of the park. 14 teams are really tough. Balance is really, really good. Although, if I had to choose, I'd go running back versus wide receiver, because you don't want to be left without. That caller hung up. If you got a question, you can call back, bro. Earliest round, you take Rice. Right now, 5. And I don't mind that. You kind of have to take him there right now. He doesn't really fall to 6. My draft is tomorrow. How do I pay for a call? We'll see. I don't really do those anymore. I do them once in a while, bro. But email me. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com and email me, and I'll discuss it with you real quickly. But I don't really do a lot of those, and I don't know. We'll talk and see what you got going on. Would you rather take Rice, Hunter, Harvey, or Mahomes in the 5th round? Also, would you rather take Hampton, Wilson, JSN, Hendy, or JD5 Allen in the 3rd round? Probably Hendy. So Hendy, and then I don't know, bro. I wouldn't take Mahomes because I'd try and get away with one more round. If not, you still got Bo Nix, you still got Penix Jr. and Dak Prescott as like a combo if you wanted. I would probably lean toward Harvey should fall another round, bro, in your grandma league. And if he doesn't, Hunter should. One of those two should. I guess I'd probably say give me Rice. And then I'd take Mahomes the next round if he was there. I like Rice a lot right now. But make sure you're okay risking it. I mean, scared money don't make money, but you know, you don't worry about certain things too. You got to be able to acknowledge the risk factor there. Owen with a $20 holler, my boy. One more 20 right there.
Alert. Super chat alert.
And then we got another YP with another $20 holler. I'll put that one right over here. Thank you, pal.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Okay, let's see here. Smitty, please rate my team 10. Oh, let me do this. Owen. No, this one was first. Smitty, please rate my team 10-man PPR. Keep in mind, I always draft 2 tight ends as a backup and trade bait. That isn't going to excuse maybe what I see though, because you shouldn't do that unless it's, you know, downstream, and maybe you did it. But let me read it. Lamar, Hendy, RJ Harvey, Pollard, Scatterboo Blue, wide receivers Lamb, London, Hunter, Waddle, and who do I get in round 12? Keon, Kelsey, Ingram. Waddle. I'm sorry, Waddle. Who I got in round 12, and you're just saying Waddle. Okay, Waddle you got in round 12. Sorry, there's no punctuation, so it's all run-on sentence. So I'm trying to figure it out. Keon and then Kelsey, Ingram. I don't mind that. That's fine. You can bully tight end in non-best ball late like that. I'm fine with that. Those are like 9 and 10 round players. It's a good team. Great team. Very good team. Lamar, Hendy, RJ. I don't love Pollard. I think that's not. I mean, he's good, but there's other players around his ADP I just love. So I'm trying to trade Pollard and Waddle maybe for something. Love Hendy. Love RJ. Probably try and get, if you can start another running back as a flex, although Hunter, CD, and London are, if you can start one more player, like Waddle's your starter or whatever, I'm trading Pollard and Waddle for one player. I'm going after Hampton. I'm going after, I go after Rice. I love Rice right now, bro. Your team could survive that. Your team could totally survive that. I like other players like JSN, Kyron. I think, you can swing for BTJs and such, but you're probably not going to get that. But Pollard and who was the other player? Pollard and Waddle. That should get you, I would think, like someone in the 3-4 round territory. Kyron would be good. Kyron would be fantastic. Or maybe you throw a tight end in there too, and you can upgrade it a little bit more. Blockbuster trade alert. I traded CMC, Hampton, Waddle for Henry, Rice, Pickens, and Golden 12-man redraft 2 flex. I have Hendy, Bucky, Baker, Worthy, Keon, and Warren to the thoughts. Wow. I traded CMC, Hampton, and Waddle for Henry, Rice, and Pickens. CMC, Hampton, Waddle. I think I like that because I don't believe in CMC staying healthy. But because you're taking on a injury-prone Henry, it's like now we're weighing out both these guys. What if they stay healthy? Both these guys, what if they don't? And I think if we're saying one about one, we got to kind of think about it for the other, though. But I think Henry's more likely, without the injury history, to stay healthy. And even if he dropped off, he'd probably fall into the end zone 12 times on 900 yards and still play pretty good. But you do take on some risk there. Then you got the potential suspension. So there's a lot to consider here, but I would probably say that I like the Pickens, Rice, and Henry side more. I do, because if you take CMC and Henry out and just give yourself a little bit of an edge, like, okay, let's take it out, but say that you're winning this right now. Does Hampton and Waddle beat Rice and Pickens with that edge, with Golden? I'd probably say no. Because I think Pickens quietly could hang with Hampton. That's how good Pickens could be this year. So I'm okay with this trade. But did you knock it out of the park? Did you lambaste him into a million little pieces? No, but it's still a good trade. Also got Nix, Rice, and Debo. Jordan, you did good, my friend. I love Debo this year. I got him on the bench in my buddy league, and I don't know what to do about it. I got Ibuka. I gotta maybe sit Garrett Wilson and just put Ibuka or Debo in. I don't know. I don't know what to do. $5 hard, 12-team CD, Kyron, Allen, Sutton, Harvey, Hunter, Ibuka, Warren, JCM, Addison, Davis, Sampson, Woody. Any moves won last year because of your content? Thanks, Smitty. Appreciate you, Angel, for that. CD, Kyron, Allen, Sutton, Harvey, Hunter. I love it. Addison, JCM, and maybe Sutton to upgrade into that BTJ. I'm not saying give up all of it. You don't have to. But like Addison and Sutton, or JCM and Sutton to get BTJ, to get London, to get maybe a wide receiver like, I mean, if you like MHJ, I'm fine with that. Or if you like Garrett Wilson, I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with keeping JCM and Sutton and just saying, you know what? Let's roll with a little rotation. And I'm fine with that. But that's the only move I would make. I like everything else, so that would be the only constructed trade I could cook up right now, because I want to see those guys play. And most of those guys you traded, I don't know. Was telling you about my auction draft this weekend. Just drafted and ended getting Chase Brown, Kyron, Henderson, and Harvey. I appreciate you, man. Bro, you crushed it, Jordan. That's fantastic. Great job. I told you those guys would go cheap. Can you tell us what the difference in prices were for Hendy, Hampton, Harvey, and all those running backs we love right there, and the difference between them and Barkley, them and CMC, them and Bijan? I'd love to know the difference in pricing. It might help other people. Heading into my 14-team draft in an hour. Pretty confident. In an hour? What? Heading into my 14-team draft in an hour? Bro, it's 11:16 Pacific time, 2 a.m. What are we doing? This is awesome.
What's amazing?
The latest draft I've ever heard of. That's awesome. I'm pretty confident, but can you give me some more names to target in the later rounds, around 12 to 16? Yeah, let me pull up a draft real quickly and just give you, some of my thoughts. If I go into this one's pretty well underway. Let me go into this draft here and just look at the board. So we're talking about, I'll start around like 10 and just say I love Charbonnet in 10. Okay, anywhere near there. I mean, even take him at the late 9 just to make sure. Charbonnet's going to win leagues, bro. Charbonnet. Then just slap yourself a little bit so you remember it. Just so it stings a little. Kyle Pitts in 11, 12, 13. Bashal Tootin in 12, 13, 14. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt in that 11, 12. He's still going 11, 12, 13. It depends where you know what group you're with. Some people take him higher, and that's all right. Let him go. Don't take him in 8 or 9. Don't get too crazy. Let the values fall. Keep Mitchell in like the 15 areas. A good running back if everybody else gets sniped. Don't go grab and keep Mitchell and miss out. Ollie Gordon and like I want to say Ollie Gordon's going around the 15 and 16 round range. Ollie Gordon wins leagues, bro, if he gets in there. And even if he doesn't get in there as a starter, he still could win leagues because he might score 8 to 10 touchdowns, even with Achane being completely healthy. And that won't take away from Achane. Like those are some guys. Tesla very late if you need a wide receiver. Go get him, pal. You got this. Thank you for sharing. 3 more phone line, and I'll be right with you. Keep JMO in the 10th or Pearsall in the 18th. Probably JMO in the 10th because at that point he starts getting really thin anyway. But if you think you can trade, Pearsall's got such good trade value. The hype is unbelievably off kilter. It's not accurate. It's not parallel with where it should be, the expectation versus the actual reality. And so for that reason, I'd be tempted to poke around and see who might be interested in Pearsall. And if you did keep him, he'd be good. He's going to be good. But maybe that value of 18 round territory is insane for trade. So I guess if you believe that to be the case, then maybe that is the better move. But that's a little bit of a gamble. JMO is just a little safer in 10. Rate my team, 12-man, Purdy, May, CMC, Irving, Henderson, Tootin, Gordon, BTJ, Devontae Smith, DJ Moore, Golden, Downs, Loveland, Goddard, Denver, streaming kickers. Any tips or moves? I wouldn't have drafted CMC. I love Henderson and Bucky. I think you could survive there and trade CMC across position for a wide receiver, an elite one like Lamb or London. And you'll get it done probably if someone has buyer's remorse on the way they drafted, because it's a running back. Running backs are very easy to trade. So if you could even get more, that would be amazing. Imagine getting London and Hunter or something, you know, or Harvey. Go to the Harvey owner, see what you could get. Maybe they got a London. Go to the Hunter owner and see if they've got a London or something like that, which will be harder to do, but you could maybe throw back, I don't know. I'd even be very tempted to toss in Matthew Golden to get a big deal done, you know, to make them feel more competent at wide receiver, because you're trading for a running back. Like, that makes sense too. Like, you give up Golden and CMC for Lamb, that I think that'll work. I think that somebody would do that. So thank you for your super chat. Appreciate you, my boy. This one here in mocks, it's between RJ Harvey, Hunter. Where is this one? Hold on. There it is. In mocks, it's between RJ Harvey, Hunter in the 6. If I had 2 running backs already, I face this problem every draft, bro. I'm in so many drafts right now, and I get on the clock, and it's like I want to take RJ Harvey, and then I'm like, but I need Rice or Hunter. I would say if you have your 2 running backs already, I'm fine with Hunter, but I would split it. Bro. If I had 2 drafts side by side, I'm not taking Hunter in both. I want a little Harvey shares, but see which one is more likely to drop. If one's likely to go a little bit later, you might, depending on how far away your pick is, get lucky. But I'm probably leaning, if you in this one league, if you need receivers more, Hunter's fantastic. Have PPR, unless you think you could get Igbuka later. You might think Igbuka and Harvey, if Igbuka fits in better and he's going to fall a little later. And Debo too, you could get Debo and Igbuka with Harvey. Then I kind of like that more maybe. So you got to be careful though. 'Cause a Hunter's going to be a monster. So either way, you're fine. Have PPR 12-man, Allen, Hendy, Josh Allen, Hendy, Harvey, CD, MHJ, Bowers, Rome, Jennings. Love this team. Benson. Maybe you can trade Benson and Rome or something once Benson gets more work or something. Rome by himself, I don't know if you'll get what you need. I don't know if you'll even be. He's very good anyway. So I probably, with your team, I'm waiting until Tank or Benson gain enough value to couple with Rome to try and get a big monster. Past that, I'm keeping everything you have. I love every one of those players. Fantastic job. Really near 8 out of 10 team. You know, 8 out of 10. Whenever you get an 8 for me, it means that I think you're, without looking at your league, there's a really strong chance you're the best team, or there might be a couple of you tied. Auction prices tonight were Chase Brown 48, Kyron 40, Hendo 27, Harvey 21. Guys, this is great news if you're doing auctions. Hendy 27, Harvey 21, CMC 49, Chase Brown 48. That's surprising. Bijan 69, Henry 59. Give me Hendy and Harvey in the 20s. Bill went for 25. Jeez. Not that he can't earn it, I guess, but I'm just, the fact that Hendy went 27, Bill went for 25, Harvey 21. This is the way to build. This is why I keep saying when people call in and say, what do I do in an auction? Do I bid on a big player? I bid on Hendy, Harvey, Hampton. I get 3 of those guys. Look at the cost on this. Let's add it together. 21 for Harvey, 27 for Hendy is $48. $48. Those 2, Harvey and Hendy, are cheaper than Barkley. Harvey and Hendy are $1 cheaper than Christian McCaffrey. Can you imagine getting hard? This is why it's masterful to go after the sleeper guys only, because you can get Harvey and Hendy for $1 less than just Christian McCaffrey. Crazy. Thank you for sharing that. That is definitely helpful. All right, Travis, you're live. All the super chats are caught up. Boom.
Did you see Matt in the chat? I think he was the very first super chat sent. You said you didn't read it. I'm not sure if you read it and you just didn't see it or what.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Matt, you still there, bro?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. Let me add this call here. Caller, just mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. Matt, hold on. Matt. I'm looking for a Matt super chat. Matty, where are you? What's his name, Travis? Is Matt?
Matt Elsley or something. The way I'm looking at it was the first one sent $6.99 Canadian money, 14-team auction draft.
You know, he might have dropped it before the show started. And
Do you want me to read it for you, or do you want me to send it to you?
Is it heading into my 14-team draft in an hour? That one?
No.
Okay. Yeah, read it to me if you
way
could.
at the beginning.
Yeah, read it to me.
It says, got a 14-team auction draft. What should I bid on Hunter with dual eligibility with a $200 budget? I'm thinking I have to go high $50 to $60.
Okay, so Matt, can you do me a favor, and Travis can look out for it if you're able to, Travis, that'd be great. Can you give me the projections for Hunter? And I don't want the numbers necessarily. I want you to tell me what is his projected on the projections of your management platform. Go to projections. What does he rank overall? What does he rank for wide receivers? And what does he rank overall on defense? So overall, out of defense and just everybody, what he ranks overall on defense and what he ranks for wide receivers. Give me that number and then bring it back. And then once I have that, I'll tell you what I think you should do. I just want to make sure your projections are what we believe they're probably to be, because everyone's league is a little different. I don't need to go over your scoring. I just want to hear that number because the projections will be off of your league settings. All right, Travis, hold on one second. Look out for that if you could. Let me go to the 281 caller. 281, what is your name and where you calling from?
What's up, Smitty? I'm Bo from Houston. How you doing?
What's up, my boy? What can I do for you?
I had a draft last night. It was auction, Superflex. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on it.
All right, hit me with it. Just give me the starters, though.
Yep. QB1, Jaden Daniels. CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy, Jacoby Myers. RB1, Bucky Irving, RJ Harvey. Tight end is Tucker Kraft. Flex, I have Amarion Hampton. And then my QB2, I have Drake May. And then I have Justin Fields on the bench.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, what I pulled with Myers and Fields for one better wide receiver. Some people like to hold the three quarterback, but that's what I'd do. I'd see who's weak at quarterback, try and send them Myers and Fields for one slightly better wide receiver, or even significantly better wide receiver. I mean, you get a Garrett Wilson or a JSN, or you could easily get something like that. I mean, think about it. Where did you take Fields?
I got him for it was late in the draft. I got him for like $6 or $7. I just got him as like insurance.
In the Superflex.
Yeah, Superflex.
Yeah, I mean, people were out of money. So it's not like they misjudged it, or somebody can't come back and go, bro, if I wanted him, I would have taken him. Not necessarily. There's a lot of buyer's remorse with spending. So I think you could probably trade Fields and Myers for at least a JSN. Mike Evans is older. Maybe you grab him, and that's not bad. Mike Evans could be pretty crafty, like something like that. I would do that, bro. Rashee Rice would be amazing. I'd go get Rashee Rice. I'd love that. Do it live.
You think they would do Worthy for Rice straight up because of the suspension lingering?
Would I do Worthy for Rice straight up? I mean, I'd rather have Rice.
Do you think someone would do Worthy? Okay.
I'd rather have Rice, but I'd rather you have both of them. You know, if you have Worthy already, go get Rice for Fields and Jacoby Myers.
Okay. All right.
All right, my boy.
Sounds good.
Good job. Later.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. 702, you're live. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Who, me? 702-845-4824.
Oh, Bill.
Me?
Bill the Tickler. What's up, Tickler?
What's that for?
No,
Yeah.
I heard, I don't know, I heard masterful, so, you know, that may always make me tune in.
Bill, do you ever talk football? Okay, Bill.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Hey, Travis, how are you? Nice to hear you, Travis. Thank you for Ed McManning the side of this.
All right, Bill, what can we do for your football? Let's not derail. We already have enough non-football derailment for today. So hit me with the football today.
Right,
just
so,
today,
Bill.
Bill.
Well, last time I called in, I said I like this and this, and you said you didn't like me being so locked into those players. So then, since then, I've changed a little bit of strategy, and I've changed my way of thinking, and I've not locked into those players. I'm trying to win my grandma leagues, Smitty. I know this is not your forte.
No, grandma leagues are. I'm fine with advising on grandma leagues. I advise on grandma leagues all day long. I play in a grandma league. There's nothing wrong with grandma leagues. People take that the wrong way. You know, they say, yeah. But I play one myself.
We are a grandma league.
Miss Smitty's league. Miss Smitty's league is a grandma league. There's Bill. There's the tickler. The tickler got out. Hey, Bill.
I'm good.
How many touchdowns does Mahomes have this year? How many touchdowns does Mahomes have this year, Bill?
What, passing, rushing, or total?
Let's say passing.
17.
17 touchdowns?
Passing. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer.
1962, Bill.
Sorry, Travis? I'm sorry, say again.
Bill, 17 touchdowns?
What?
How is Patrick Mahomes going to throw only 17 touchdowns, Bill? I don't know what to say. I'm dumbfounded. You know this guy threw for 50 touchdowns once, right? Bill's quiet. Bill, are you there?
No, I'm not. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. Oh, you're the first person to say that in fucking 30 years. Bill's quiet.
Bill, I don't know where you got 17. This is about as, let me just tell you, this is as bad of an answer as that one guy that, what did he say Genty was going to get? What was the number he said? Or
how many touchdowns did he throw for last year? Because I had him last year, and I finished in 9th place, so maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm biased. I'm clouded, and I can't see clearly. But that's why I call into the show, and that's why I watch the show.
Bill can't see clearly now.
Define clarity.
He threw for 20. He threw for 26 touchdowns last year, Bill, on his probably worst season he's ever had. So
okay.
So
he's that's also, it. So that's it. That's the worst he's gonna. That's it. That's his worst season. 26. What is his worst season? 17. I do not want to bring that upon that man. That is not my freaking hope.
Bill, it's not possible.
God bless. What if he throws for 15?
He'd have to get hurt. Knock on wood. He'd have to get hurt, Bill. But all right, Bill. Hold on. Mute yourself. You're derailing the show. 17 touchdowns. This is there's 40 on the screen. You called into a hype video on Mahomes. There's 40. I think Bill, I don't mean to yell at you. I don't yell at you much. But I feel like you're Denny tonight. Denny calls into the show without watching it. He just calls in. He just takes a stab to see if we're live. He doesn't even. I'm a Bill. There's a 40 on the screen.
I don't feel you yelling at me.
Oh, okay. Bill's used to get yelled at.
I hope.
Bill,
all right.
Bill, you are wrong. Let me save you the wonderment. You are wrong. Hold on, Bill. Mute yourself real quickly.
Wonderment.
I gotta go around.
Wonderment.
I gotta go around the phone line. 231. You're live. What's your name and where you calling from? 231.
Well, we're going to put the Cosmos back.
Oh, God.
And this is Cosmo.
Oh,
yeah,
Gump and Bill the Tickler. Imagine if...
New York Cosmos, I love the New York Cosmos. I love the derail.
How does my whack pack call in at the same time? The whole whack pack is...
I was going to say that the whack pack broke out of the cage.
Gump, I'm on a real short temperament type of thing tonight.
Okay, let's be frank. Let's be. Look, you might be on a short temperament. Lions Super Bowl freaking Tesla is the new Puka, and we're going to the Super Bowl. You need to start talking about the Lions, Smitty. All right.
Gump, do you think I don't talk about?
Gump, we don't need to talk about Ben Weasel and this backup quarterback. Let's talk about Mr. G. Let's send him to Saturn.
Gump, have you ever heard me talk about?
The Jupiter.
Finish him. Call terminated.
You're not gonna Gump Buster. You gotta drop a Gump Buster. Water Gump is trying to do a Gump buster, like a filibuster, and not gonna have it. Not gonna have it. I talk about Tesla all the time. He doesn't listen to the show either. Trade Bill for Keon and Superflex. Don't trade Bill for Keon, bro. We just showed you in an auction he went for the same price as some of the big running backs. The value, wait for the value, bro. You're selling this. The client or the incline of value just started. And you're freaking out and you're selling it right here, right when it's about to go up. No, hell no, bro. It's a horrible trade. Smitty disapproved on that one, totally.
You just
okay.
That kid Matt answered about Hunter. Said he looked up his league. The guy that was after Hunter in auction. He said he ranks as a 12th wide receiver, the 30th flex. And he says he doesn't rank on DB at all.
So you don't even know what's going on with Hunter unless the commissioner hasn't changed anything yet. Hunter's not even scoring on both sides.
Rules.
I think you were making. Glad I asked you. This is why I asked. You're making an assumption that Hunter's playing both sides of the ball in your league. He's not. So you know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid his commissioner knows what the number is, and he's not changing the setting, so no one knows his ceiling. If that's the case, you need to tell the commissioner. You're going to alert him that you might draft him, though. But tell the commissioner is the scoring good for Hunter's? Like, is it set up right? And if not, then he needs to click that button and flip the switch. I don't know what he's doing, but that is not a player that's going to score, first round, second round value like in most IDP leagues where he breaks the IDP league. So you got to figure out what's going on there, because that is not right. That means that means it's not an IDP league. B-Rob to the 49ers, how does that affect CMC's ADP? I mean, do you think B-Rob is, like, first of all, Guarendo's still there. As far as I know, Guarendo didn't retire from the National Football League or get abducted by aliens last night. So Guarendo's still in the way. Brian Robinson Jr. doesn't just walk straight in and say, hey, Guarendo, step aside. I'm a mediocre, pretty, okay at everything, not an expert at anything. And Guarendo literally is Speedy Gonzalez out there and catches like Christian McCaffrey. Guarendo is like a Christian McCaffrey, miniature, ready to be bred and evolve into Christian McCaffrey's skill set. Now he's injury prone. But B-Rob is not taking Guarendo's job like that. Like, it's so wild to me. But, bro, a lot of people think like that. So maybe CMC drops a spot or two, but I don't know how. I don't know how people can not understand that. But apparently it is, it is potentially asked quite a bit. So maybe I'm over assuming people are in the know about this situation. I don't know, bro. That's wild to me. Brian Robinson Jr., imagine. He couldn't even make the team. He wasn't even the third best receiver or running back on the Washington Commander football team. Like, what's he going to do? Walk into San Francisco? Now, if Guarendo's hurt, Jordan James doesn't come back, and he's the only starter, he's going to do well. But that doesn't change Christian McCaffrey. 414, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Smitty? This is Andy.
Andy
from Wisconsin.
Andy from Wisconsin. What is up, my boy?
Yeah, I just got back from my 12-man full PPR start 2 wide receiver draft.
Okay.
I just wanted to lay it on you and see what you think.
All right.
It is a RB heavy drafting room. So, all right, I picked from the 3rd spot. Started with Gibbs, Kyron, Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, R.J. Harvey, Rashee Rice, Patrick Mahomes.
Nice, man.
And then all the good receivers kind of fell off the board here, so I had to pivot, and I took Diggs, Shaheed, And then we went with Lil Bill. Amps.
It's a good squad, my boy.
Henry. Hunter Henry, the tight end.
Yeah. All right, you don't have to read. You don't have to read the whole.
Kirk.
Yeah, you don't have to read the whole thing. Yeah, good job. Good job. I like it. You did good.
Any suggestions on like moves I can make to upgrade?
Just real quickly, read off the 2 running backs and 3 wide receivers that you have for the lineup as quick as you can.
I got Gibbs, Kyron, RJ Harvey are my top 3 RBs.
Yeah. And then the receivers.
We got Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, and Rashee Rice are my top 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you don't have much to trade. I don't know that I divide and conquer anything. I think I like your receivers enough, honestly. I just think, will you weather the storm for waiting on Rice? I mean, I do wonder if you got enough support there, but look, what are you going to do? If you were to trade Gibbs, if you were just to kick around the idea, maybe you get Genty and a player that you just shouldn't have any business getting, like London, if you were to throw in something else. I don't know. Like something like that is the only thing I'd consider. It'd have to literally be Gibbs for Genty, Gibbs for Bucky. And then in that scenario, you're getting such a big monster alongside of it that it could be worth it to you,
Yeah, I know the guy that has Bucky has Debo too.
Yeah, almost not enough. Almost not enough. I would say if someone gave me, and you already have him, Hunter, I'd be intrigued. But yeah, Debo's almost not enough. I would go to the.
I stole Rice and Mahomes in 6 and 7. I mean, you can't beat that.
No, it's good. I just look at the Genty owner, look at the Bucky owner, look at the HN owner, and see what wide receiver they can give you. Like a free Mike Evans might do it. A free, for Bucky and Mike Evans, or maybe MHJ, maybe JSN with Bucky or Genty, specifically Genty. Go to the Genty owner. All right, I got to go around the phone line, man. Call back if you got another one. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Smitty.
Yeah. 763, you're live. What is your name and where are you calling from? 763. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Brian Hoyer from Minneapolis.
What's up, Brian? What can I do for you?
Oh, yeah, so I had to do a late pick for Chris Oladokin. I don't know, I just kind of think I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of feel like he was a premium handcuff to Patrick Mahomes, but I didn't know how you felt about it.
You're handcuffing Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, Chris Oladokin.
I mean,
Brian Hoyer.
Depends on it depends on what kind of league you got, my boy. Is that all you got?
Oh, 10-man league. Sorry.
That makes sense. Anyway.
Premium call.
Yeah, it's a good call. Good job. Way to get advice. Way to get advice, my boy.
Turkey guy's better than that.
I know. The gobbler. All right. Well, let's get into real quickly. Let's get into a marathon. Click on marathon on Underdog, promo code Smitty. Don't click on the green button yet, but let's jump into a marathon real quickly. I don't even know if I'm going to stay streaming during the whole show. I'm going to get exhausted tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Normally I say that and then we're here. We got 354 people in the building still. Smitty, rank my team. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you. QB. All right, let's jump in the marathon right now on Underdog. Promo code Smitty. The link I just dropped in the live chat. Click that link. Use code Smitty if you haven't already. Let's go and do it live. Jump in. Jump in, jump in. 7 more to start. Let's see if I can pull this up. Let's see here. 5 more to start. 4 more to start. Doing it live. Okay, sorry. So Smitty, rank my team. Caleb Williams, CMC, Mixon, Cook. Oh, this is the all non-Smitty team. That's what he's doing. Johnny, you can't trick me, bro. he picks all the players I don't want. Caleb, that'd be funny if this is real though, and he's like truly asking me. But Caleb Williams, CMC, Mixon, and Cook, Hill, Golden. I do like Likely though, so part of me wonders if this is real.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if this is real. Maybe he picked Likely because he's hurt though. No, he did say I would never draft this team. It's the most players you don't draft. I like Likely though. You messed up there. That's where Likely is a player I like a lot. But you know he's injured right now, so it makes sense to put it. I just finished my draft, 12-man full PPR. Bo Nix, Chase, Turner. Who does he mean there? Turner. Who could that be? Who did he accidentally? Turner.
Between Chase and, it must be a wide receiver between Chase and Sammy.
Turner. Michael Turner?
That's what came to mind.
I don't know, bro. I think you did pretty bad because you drafted a bum. Samuel Mims, Cole Kmet, Harvey, Hendy, Hampton, Chase Brown. I like the rest of the squad, but I'm gonna have to say it's a no-go for me. You autoed on the wrong. Can you do ESPN PPR drafts, please? Can I do ESPN PPR drafts, please? No. J Money, I don't do ESPN drafts right now. I'm sorry, J Money. We don't do mock drafts anymore, bro. It's just not enjoyable. I appreciate you though. I don't think I've pulled up ESPN in 2 years. I wouldn't even know how to get in, bro. What do you know where to begin? I'm on the clock. Genty.
Masterful.
Hold on, Bill. Where'd I go? I'm gonna find my where did my face go? There I am. Like, where did I put myself? Okay. Bay says Senate or Likely in Dynasty. Probably Likely. I love Ben Sinnott, but Ben Sinnott's going to cost a lot less. So it's kind of almost one of those trick questions because you're going to be able to probably get Ben Sinnott later. Sorry about the ESPN thing, bro. I know you really wanted to do that. I could tell. Chase Brown. Genty, Chase Brown. Let's see how we do. We'll see how we do. I don't know how many Genty, Chase Brown teams I have, honestly.
Chase Brown?
Chase Brown. Is Mixon projected to be a high running back this year? No, Jordy. No, he's not. He's injured right now. He's in a walking boot. They got him in a bubble. Calling him Bubble Boy. He's in one of those rolling bubbles. And when he goes around in through the locker room. He's got to roll it. Rock Out, you're live. What can I do for you, Rock Out? Hello?
Hey, what's the most you ever spent on a player with your fab? Like, what like dollar amount was the most you ever spent?
You know the answer to that, Rock Out. Come on, man. You know the answer to that. I mean, we got a button for it. We talk about it all the time.
All right, when was the last time
Rock
you did
Out.
full load drop?
Initiate full load drop.
I mean, I don't have that. What kind of person would I be to have an initiate full load drop button, but never drop full load drops on players? What do I look like, Rock Out? I walk the walk, baby. I walk the walk. The last time I partook in such a endeavor, if you will, would probably have been 4 and good question.
What did you do? What did you do? Like on a puka or?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think when the last. It was definitely every year. Every year. I'm just trying to think what player it was. But every year, in one league, I'm doing a full load drop. No problem.
Gotcha.
I want to say. Mute yourself real quickly, Rock Out. You got a total echo. Well, unless you're talking. I would probably say. Hold on. Let me draft this wide receiver here. JSN. Oh man. It's not that I think I still like Garrett Wilson more. I don't know why. I just do. I don't know why. And I'm not even like...
Devontae Smith.
I'm not saying I'm unhappy drafting... Stop, Bill. Stop. Devontae Smith in the 3rd round. What's wrong with you, bro? Come on.
Many things. But I make peace.
Bill doesn't even have thick skin. I don't even think Bill has skin. It doesn't even. Bill just rolls right off Bill.
I had it. I put the seasoning on it. I grilled it. It tastes so good. I ate it. So yeah, you know.
I love. Okay, hold on, Bill. Bill, relax. Bill, relax. So Garrett Wilson, I still love Garrett Wilson. I think I've drafted so much of him. I'm just looking for something else, and I think I'm getting what's the word I use is fatigue. I'm getting Garrett Wilson fatigue because he's the only player that I like in the 3rd round, him and MHJ at wide receiver, and JSN kind of, I like JSN as late as I can get him though, that I'm tired of drafting them over and over. So it's like almost affecting my outlook when it isn't. I'm acknowledging that he's going to be amazing. And I think I'm letting it affect me because I'm getting fatigued by it. And it's like, there's not a lot of good wide receivers in round 3. So that's more what it is. It's not because I don't believe in them. But, man, it's like it's one of those things where...
He comes up in so many situations, too, like you were talking about earlier, where he is the perfect guy to upgrade to one of those, like, even more elite receivers, too. So it's like he's always in those 2 spots. Like the last wide receiver 1 to take and the perfect guy to upgrade from if you have him.
Yeah, he's a boss, man. He's a boss. Man, you guys are just, what are you doing? How are there no players? Where's everybody drafting these guys? Where did everybody go? Pickens I like a lot. I think this is a smart team. I'm going with the ADP. I'm not trying to reach. Like, I'm going to let everybody else do the reaching in here. And your boy's going to be calm, composed, collected. And I love this Pickens pick right here. Pickens is and I know it's early. I typically want Pickens in 5, but I think Pickens with Garrett Wilson, Pickens, Chase Brown, Genty, I think this is going to be pretty productive. Let's see what we get here. Hold on. You took Genty over Barkley and CMC. Thanks, JD. Appreciate you figuring that one out. Did I misclick? Did you misclick in bringing up the show for the first time? Did I misclick? Haha. I'm just curious. Did your finger slip? What? What happened? Why are you not taking my players?
Giving you an out. Benefit of the doubt.
Why are you not drafting my players? I don't understand. Man, you guys are wild. Who is in the one spot? Looks like something Ray G would do. Who's in the one spot? T-Law, bro. What are you doing? Trey Henderson. Damn it. You're sniping everybody, but you're reaching. Madman.
Henderson in the second.
I know. I mean, I've said before, like, Hendy and Hampton there is okay, and so now that happens all the time, but
well turned.
Yeah, I mean, it's in Ibuka 5, like, you guys are snipers, man. Jeez. I thought maybe I'd get somebody, if I went Pickens early, I could have someone fall, but that was stupid of me to think. I think Pickens is going to ball out. I just preface, I'd like to get him in 5 more often, but you guys reached so much that Pickens was the option I needed there. Although in a non-reaching environment, he would have fallen to this pick. He would have fallen to this pick here. You guys are wild. Just wild, man. I might as well go Joe Burrow here. It's still a pretty good team. Wilson, Pickens, Burrow, Chase Brown, Genty. Not my favorite team, but yeah, our teams are all destroyed when we get into a draft together because no one has self-control at all, none.
Just real quick on the Chiefs, with their backfield, like the way I kind of see it shaking out is, Pacheco will be the guy if he's healthy, and then I really do think Smith will end up being in that McKinnon role at some point. And then Hunt will be there for, short yardage, goal line type stuff at times. Do you think that because of that, and just the way their Chiefs do things, do you think that'll, severely limit all of them from having any type of ceiling? Tennessee?
I love the Pacheco Brashard Smith stack. I like it. I like cuffing them together. I think that. I'm sorry, what?
I don't think Hunt is that good anymore, but I think they're going to use him around the goal line and in short yardage situations.
Maybe, or is this going to be Brian Robinson? At some point where they're like, you know what, let's move on with the better players. I don't know. He didn't really.
They do have a line of Mitchell too, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe you might be right. You rarely go QB in the 3rd round. Why is that? I do go QB in the 3rd round, but not with you guys, because what ends up happening is all the players get sniped so hardcore that if I don't grab somebody, bro, it's going to get really ugly really quick. And so I kind of am forced to go with the flow of just making sure. Damn, I'm going to time out here. I guess I timed out on a Dunze, which I don't mind. I had him in the queue, but I didn't necessarily want him here. But to be frank, this draft's going to look really bad every single round from here on out because of the snipage. Everybody reaching so hardcore that we're about we've look at Corey Krosky Merritt in round 6. Come on, bro. It's like, I don't know.
What are we doing here?
Jeez. Who was that?
Rock out.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Rock out. Did you take Corey there?
In the draft, not on
no.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, Ray G, man.
So I called
6th
in.
round. What?
I called in.
Is this Ray G?
No.
Oh, well, hold on, bro. We're talking about this draft. Hold on. Guy's like, bro, I called in. Okay. Who are you and where are you calling from? I called in, guy.
My name's Britton. I'm from New Orleans. I just had a quick question.
Okay, go ahead.
What's
your area code real quickly so I can put you in the system? Where'd you call from? Because I got all these callers here. I'm just trying to figure out which one's you.
7005.
No, now I don't want you to say what the rest of your number is. Hold on, I'm asking for the area code, but don't worry about it. Hold on. Never mind. Just go ahead, bro. I don't want you to. What's your question?
Yeah, so I'm in this dynasty league, and I got a good team. Like I got all these receivers, and I'm kind of just wondering what I should do with them. I got Chase, Hunter, Rice, Worthy, and Jigba, Higgins.
Chase, Hunter, Rice, Worthy, and Jigba.
Higgins.
I don't know.
JSN and Higgins.
Not trade one of them. Like I don't.
Yeah.
They're all so good. I'm like I don't know which one to trade. I don't know what if I should trade one of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I timed it.
I try to keep. They would get you the most, probably, but I try to keep Chase and Hunter in dynasty if I can.
Yeah, they're my favorite too. They're not going anywhere.
I mean, like, I don't know what you need, but something like a JSN and a Higgins should get you quite a bit in a trade.
So you think it'd be smart to trade them?
Yeah, bro. That's what he said.
You have Rice and Worthy too.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
Appreciate it. Yeah, try and go get a Kyron. Try and go get a. I mean, obviously you're gonna reach high as you can,
Yeah.
But you just gotta come back with some names. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come back with names or
hit
you're on the Patreon.
Hit your rosters real.
Patreon.
Yeah, go sign up for the Patreon and the link in the description. You can get one-on-one advice all day long from the whole chat group. But go look at the rosters and come back with some ideas of players that might need those receivers, and then hit me back and we'll decide. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right, later, bro. Appreciate you. Later.
Yep.
All right. All right. I'm gonna add no more phone callers, guys. I gotta start wrapping it up. 231. What is your name and where are you calling from? 231.
I just got one question for you, Smitty. One question.
Yeah, hurry up.
The question is, I know you do the Saturn and all the Cosmos and stuff like that, but how in the world all these other teams rise above the Lions when the Lions got Gibbs and Montgomery and they got Jameis and Williams and now they got Tesla. They got all these playmakers, and you got these teams that might have two playmakers, and now they got to go to the Super Bowl.
God, if I could hang up on him right now, I would.
I know it's just a question.
Okay, no. Enough of your Lions. This is not about the Lions. This show is not a Lion.
Finish him.
And I can't. And I'm timing out. This is my worst nightmare. Somebody says Smitty's worst nightmare draft because everybody's not. And it's not that I'm mad that you're taking my player, but you guys are making this a Mickey Mouse draft. One guy asked, is this draft a troll draft? Is this real? And the answer is, unfortunately, it is real.
Yeah, I'm scared of the Marsman draft.
I know. We are so smart as a community. We are the best community. I think we've got so many weekly winner, $20,000 winners that have played or that watch the show and consume the content and take the steals when they come and have amazing teams. But when we get together, it looks like a bunch of imbeciles drafting. We really would be potentially swept by another, like maybe a novice high school or grade school kids could come in and maybe outdraft our community because we're literally reaching on everything. I could go into the local nursing home with grandmas that haven't watched football. They watch golf. They haven't watched football in 15 years. They might outdraft everyone. Corey Krosky Barrett in round 6. What are we doing back there?
That's laughable.
I am worried about the Mars Man Moon Man draft. It's gonna look like we're this brand new community or something drafting together. It's just gonna be awful. And there's no one left. I'm looking at the this should not be how it feels in round 9. There's nobody around. There's nobody, and now everybody's just got to reach because there's literally 15 guys no one wants just sitting in front of all the players that we want, and so now everybody's reaching like a madman. I really honestly don't hate my team, but I don't love it. I certainly don't love it. It's not the greatest team in the world. I already told you the phone lines are closed. I don't know what. Tonight is just a weird night. No one's listening. We got just people just talking about so much non-football stuff on the phone line. I think we just need to reset this day.
Speaking of the Mars Man draft, has anyone heard from Russian Collusion? He's the only guy we have.
No.
Everyone else has agreed to the Sunday. I think at 3. If you're fine with that.
I hear from him.
Let's see here.
Robin.
Brian Robinson Jr. What are we doing? What are we doing in here? Oh my God.
We don't know what his role is going to be.
I don't know. I got to call it, boys. Anything else on the phone line?
Nope, I'm good. I'll talk to you later, Smitty.
All right, later.
Rock out.
Rock out. Anything else?
Yeah, people gotta smash that Mahomes button every chance they get.
Yeah. Well, don't say that. They're gonna start taking him in round 3 in this draft.
You're right.
Yeah, leave him for a good ADP. I don't even, bro. I'm looking at the 80. I'm looking at the. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even. It's all going to be a reach at this point. At pick, what are we at? Pick 115. Jeez. All right, rock out. See you later, bro.
All right, cool.
All right, let me go to the 840. You're the last caller. What can I? 940. What can I do for you?
What's up, Smitty? This is T-Bone.
What's up, my boy?
Hey, man, hey, I'm at that one spot, by the way. You know, it got Smitty approved when I called about it like 3 weeks ago. So I just went in guns blazing.
Yeah, no, your team is good. I mean, you reached a little bit, but it's good. Like it's a good team. You definitely have a good squad.
What'd you say, Dragon mode? Wait, what are we calling it now?
Unleash the Dragon.
We're reaching?
Yeah,
Unleash the Dragon.
Yeah, you definitely did. You unleashed it for sure.
Yeah, so I was just playing around with the mocks, right? And I really love Bijan at that 1, but I've been playing with, let me get Chase right here, right? Golly, this draft is cooked. I don't even know.
It's so bad. It's so bad right now in round 10. There's everybody's leaving a list of like 20 guys that no one wants, and you literally have to like scroll down to find anybody, and it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. So I was thinking about Chase at that 1 just because I know we got like a plethora of running back talent if I like miss out on Bijan. So I was thinking like maybe Kyron or Bucky at one of those 2-3 turns. If they're both there, I'm both going to get them. But if it's just Kyron there, I'll get Kyron. And then I was thinking about taking Allen at that 3 spot, letting it come around, and then getting possibly Rashee Rice and Travis Hunter right there. What are you thinking?
Sure.
Because I know I could go Hendy, but you know.
I think Rice over Hendy's a little too early.
No, absolutely. Yeah, and I was just thinking about let me just bite that bullet at quarterback right now. I know there's I'm thinking about Bo Nix at, that 6th spot later. However, I'm like, man, this is a good squad. When I was looking at Josh Allen, Kyron, I'm sorry about that. I got Harvey and Hunter at that 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So it's Josh Allen, Kyron, Harvey, Chase.
I mean,
Travis.
look, you're grabbing guys early, but like I said, it doesn't hurt to get your guys in a couple drafts.
Gotcha. No, absolutely. But hey, that's all I had, Smitty.
But don't be doing it like crazy. I would even say don't even potentially do it in a a full capacity going forward. All right, my boy, I got to go. Appreciate you calling tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Yep. All right, phone line's closed. I'm sorry, guys. Your boy's just spent at this point. And rarely go QB in the 3rd. J Money, it's not that I don't go QB in the 3rd. It's just you see me drafting usually. I think if you see me drafting not in a snipe environment, you might see me do it more. But when we get in a draft like this, you do that, you're going to be left behind at the running back wide receiver position so badly. But I love JD5. I go JD5 all the time in round number 3. But there are so many players that I like that can fall that I'll take. But round 3 is a tough round for me. And if you go, because I end up liking those quarterbacks so much that I do go, it's a tough round for me in that I don't like a lot of players. And I don't really want to reach too hardcore, so I'll take a quarterback. I mean, I explained this in my quarterback video, in the Mahomes, Knicks, and Penix video, where you take quarterback early, why you take one in round 3. So go watch that, because I'll explain exactly what my thinking is for round 3 quarterbacks. This is insane draft. This is absolutely ludicrous. I don't even know where. Do I have a backup QB now? I don't think I do. You guys are just taking them all. They're all gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the phone calls. You guys rock. Phone line's closed. I closed the phone line already in case anybody's trying. I know a lot of you were trying to call right when I was hanging up by like 7 calls, and I just closed it. I don't even know who tried. So if any of you regulars tried to call, I didn't see it because I closed it. Because I had like 15 incoming calls, and it's like, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. See you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live every single night practically at midnight Eastern. And live additionally whenever big news breaks. See you all later.